Alrighty everyone, what is up? Marshall here. There's a pretty cool treat tonight. Alright, they just came back from Foreman. That's pretty cool. I seen half of the train in Texar, Arcanta, and they are now running west to Hugo, and there's a new girl, and her name is Catherine. Catherine is gonna be her name. So this is a new girl that's gonna be running on the railroad. Yep, there's the trains I saw earlier, Foreman. Let's go see if we can catch them at least one more time. we're gonna go to Garvin right quick. That's the last time I stopped tonight. Did you just see that new engine? That's from another railroad from the Genesee and Wyoming. So let's get this cranked up started, shall we? That's the engine I saw earlier today in Foreman up there on that spur over there on that Rasco spur. Oh, that's just pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. All right. All right, I decided not to call her Catherine. I decided to call her Kathy instead. But if you wonder why the crossings are actually activated, these girls are activated, you're going to see why in a few minutes. My friends on the KRR, the Genesee and Wyoming, is putting welded rail in there, buddy. In a minute, you're going to see where the engine's going to be parked. Speed and fluidity. Fluidity. They are about to put this in. Welded rail. They just cut, they done just cut some up. And they're gonna splice it with this. And they got it on this side and the other side. Josh see them spreading rail down the whole entire line. They don't have to take this up, I don't think. Cause it's about the same size, rail thickness. If they have to, it's pretty easy to take up. And look we got a train. Parked by a couple of feet. And they got Jonah. Right there's the new rail. And over here too. Kiamichi Railroad is getting an upgrade and it's gonna be cool. Bye-bye stick rail and hello welded rail. I'm so happy. They're finally gonna put welded rail in, and I'm so excited. Now, bye-bye old rail, hello new rail. Fluidity is all here. Better rail, better service. So if y'all want to go for the Kiamichi Railroad, haul your cargo by the Kiamichi Railroad and the Queen. They are very good companies. They got good service. They got good rail service, good customers, and also they got grain. They got a grain train, and they also have coal trains. So anybody that wants to put a railroad, if anybody wants to put a business on the railroad, on the Kiamichi Railroad, go to the Kiamichi Railroad in Hugo, Oklahoma, and tell them that you want to put a spur line in for your business, and then whenever you get your service line in, I will film all of your cargo that comes in and out on the train from the Kiamichi Railroad when I'm out. So shipped by the Kiamichi Railroad, owned by the Genesee and Wyoming, and also interchange with Patriot Rail by the Queen Eastern Railroad. So, alright, let me catch up what I'm saying. So this is my first time to see a rail train that's bringing rail station out through here. I done seen the boys out today. They were picking up a couple of trains, and they picked up another lease unit. It's from the Arkansas Railroad. and it has the Warthog on it, so it's pretty cool. That's a new unit I've never seen before. So I think it's the Arkansas Railroad. So it is it's a GP40-R, and it's pretty cool. So there's a lot of new stuff on the Kiamichi Railroad that is currently coming to be, and there's a lot of changes that's happening. So stay tuned for more changes and then faster good rail service on the Kiamichi.
They're so cute.
And also, you can find me on YouTube, you can find me on Facebook, and I'll post trains and other stuff like that on my Facebook page. So, I'm friends with the Kiamichi Railroad and the Queen Eastern Railroad. They got good crew, and they're very friendly, and they are a very loving family. So, if you have any cargo or anything that needs to be delivered by rail, you can use both companies, Kiamichi Railroad and DeQueen. They're owned by two different companies, Patriot Rail and Genesee in Wyoming. So keep trains running and keep them going and keep them activated. And always be safe out there on the railroad. Always watch for trains. Always listen to railroad bells, lights. Do not run them, and don't be like all the other ones that just thinks that they can just beat a train. They don't have the patience. So and also do not run gates, and always listen to the gates. Do not go around the gates. And always learn that trains do have the right of way. They will stop after they hit you. It takes a mile for them to stop. So do not be a victim of an oncoming train. Always stay out of their way, and make sure you're not parked on the tracks either. Make sure you're about on this line. If you're a car or a bicyclist or a motor bicyclist, make sure you're on this line here. And if there's a red light that's right here in front of a crossing here, do not be parked on the track so that the train has the right clearance to go through. You do not want to be in front of it when they're coming towards the crossing. Make sure the crossing is safe where they can come through. So always make sure your car is parked far back. And do not run it or anything like that. Just stay put, just wait for it, or find a safe way around the train. So you don't want to pay the price, wait for the train. And when they blow that horn, listen to what they tell you. Trains have a right of way. Humans, cars, motorists, bikes, motorbikes, people do not have the right of way on a railroad track. So always, if you're a pedestrian walking across the railroad track, you also have to stop for a train. You cannot just run in front of a freight train. You can get in trouble for that. So, and that if you slip, you fall, you can get your arms hurt or anything on the limb. So, because if you're running across the track, so this goes to people that's walking. So, and also this also goes for MTVs as well too. So you're not exempt from this. Do not be riding any MTVs on railroad property whatsoever, because that is considered as trespassing, and you can also break something on your vehicle, known as you can also break one of your wheels on your bikes, and You can also get a flat tire. So, and also you can't move out of the way fast enough for an oncoming train. So do not be running your NTVs on railroad property. But if you're going to walk the tracks, please take these tips. If you see a train coming, get out of its way, and make sure you're right where the engineer and conductor can see you on both ends of the locomotive. Remember, these girls have blind spots. The engineers cannot see you. They can only see what's in front of them or what's above. The only way they can ever see you is on the sides of the locomotive when they stick their head out. So step always. Be cautious of trains. Do not run out in front of them. And if you're at a rural crossing somewhere, stop, look, and listen for any horns, lights, or bell. Or in this case, there is no horns or lights. I mean, if there is no lights, there is no bell like this, and there's a yield sign, stop, look, and listen, and hear for horns. Because you never know when there's a train coming blowing its horn. So, I don't want to hear no victims in oncoming train accidents. So, take these tips very seriously. And if you're a new driver, keep it safe. And obey railroad rules whenever you're coming to a crossing. Any crossing of any type. This goes for all ages and all types. So let's be safe, everyone. Have fun. Let's be great. So the first rule is just have fun. If you're out there rail fanning on the Kiamichi Railroad or the Queen or any other railroad in the United States, have fun and be safe as well. So like I said before, so someone's thumbs up for safety. So safety always comes first when you're approaching a crossing. Someone's taking that right idea. So safety tips. If you're ever crossing a two-way track or any type of track when you're walking, look both ways. Just look both ways. If you're a motorist or anything like that. If you're a motorist, always listen to two-way track. Do not go around the gates or anything like that until the lights and bells are stopped activated. See, that woman did the right thing. She stopped the crossing, and I flagged her to go on because it's safe, because they are parked, because they are shut down. So whenever the train's shut down or someone's out here, just always look, listen. If there's someone out here, like I said, they're flagging you on the go, just go. They'll tell you when it's not safe, when they tell you to stop, and other things like that. So the fun thing is, be safe out there, have fun. If you're gonna walk across railroad property, you need to follow these rules and these tips. Because every railroad employee has to go through therapy. If not, then they're tougher men than me. So we don't want that to happen. So, safety is. So we all follow safety, and so have fun, be safe. All right, everyone. If it don't make no sense or nothing, I understand, but they do make a lot of sense. If you're gonna do things on, if you're gonna drive across railroad property, do not park on tracks, especially if it comes to red lights and traffic jams and other stuff like that. You don't want to be a victim of an oncoming train. So make sure these tracks are cleared for the trains, and make sure you're cleared from their bumpers, their brush guards. because these girls, they'll give you quite of a punch. So we don't need none of that there, here, or anywhere. So be safe out there driving, and do not be running your NTVs on railroad property of any type. That goes for motorbikes, and it also goes for four-wheelers. And if you're gonna ride your bike down the tracks, just walking it, just be aware of if there's a train coming, get your bike and yourself out of the way of the oncoming train. But also, it's not best to do that. So the thing I can currently tell you to do is, if you don't want a flat tire, do not ride your bikes on the railroad tracks, because you can get a flat tire on the railroad tracks. So there's a lot of debris and stuff that has a point at the tip of it, and yeah, you'll have to get a brand new tire and a brand new inner tube. So we don't need all that. So follow these safety tips, these rules, and you'll be okay, especially if you're walking the tracks. And also, do not, if you're on the railroad tracks, do not have no headphones in your ears. Do not have them in your ears, and always be watching behind you and beside you. So if there's a train behind me, you get out of the way. And always look both ways to be safe that there's a train. There could be a train coming, and if you can't hear them with your head dizzy, you don't need them in. So technically, by rules of, if you're gonna walk on the railroad tracks, you're gonna have to follow the rules. No headbud, no air deals in your ears when you're walking on the railroad tracks until you're off the property and other things like that. So if you're gonna walk on it, you follow the rules. And if you're walking on my railroad tracks here, you follow the rules. So the rules apply. So no earbuds in your ears when you're walking on railroad tracks. That's no bueno. So if you're gonna walk on my railroad, I'm gonna tell you, you cannot do that. So my rules. So if you're gonna walk on the railroad tracks, you don't need to be having your earbuds in. So that's a rule. So just be safe out there. If you want to film on my railroad here where I live at, come on down and I'll show you a good time. If you want to meet me in person, meet me in person. And I'm a very nice guy, like I said before. So, and I met other rail fans too. So one comes down every couple of. He comes down every couple of whenever they come and visit. And then there's one, his name is Josh. He lives around Iberville where I live, and we both filmed the exact same train and things like that. So if you're gonna be walking on where I live at, on these tracks, no headphones. And if you like headphones in your ears, there's the highway. You can use the highway. So follow these rules and you'll be fine. Alright everyone, see you later. Marshall out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Want to see more live action with me and my friends on the Kiamichi Road and the Queen Eastern Road on the hot rails? See you later. Stay tuned. Be safe. Bye now.